at least you safe to say you were paid and he gave you what he was supposed to give you or what you agreed to at least?
Oh, no.
Not even that?
No.
Oh, well. How did you come across AWOL and become a part of that? Like,
Actually, let's see, Root Dog, we used to have the thing at, not Miller's Park, the park, the old schools. Why can't I think of the name of the biggest park in Sacramento?
You talking about the downtown?
No, anyways, every Sunday, everybody bring their old schools out at this big, gigantic park that I can't think of right now. And we was all out there one day, and Root Dog, actually, he was on AWOL too. He came into, everybody know I rap. So he was like, yeah, Marv, I got somebody I want to hook you up with. And, woody whoop whoop. And he was like, I ain't going to tell you who it is. And da 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 da. And, everybody already knew. I already knew about Bo. Me and my homegirl used to follow Bo around. Look at Bo. Look at this little old school,
Yeah.
So he was already real popular. That's funny. But so he ended up saying, I'm gonna link you up with this guy. So then lo and behold, it ended up being T. Now I knew T, not knew him like that, but from the Creek. He used to be in the Creek too. So yeah, that's how that happened. He ended up linking me in.
Was this after Gas Chamber?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's why I wasn't on Gas Chamber.
Got
Yep.
you. Got you. So did you have a demo? You had to audition for him? You already had a buzz or
Yeah,
what was it?
I was already just known for rapping, like
Okay.
all the talent shows, battle rapping, anything rapping. I was
Had
a
you
part
put
of it.
anything out and even locally?
Well, back in the day we used to rap in the closet and stuff and would make the tapes.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, we did. I was in a group called Black Rage, so we released that, but it was just us in the
Okay.
closet rapping, putting it
Yeah.
on the tape.
Yeah.
But
But
at that
outside of that,
but at that time, because a lot of people may not know, you were kind of you started as a conscious rapper. Were you still doing conscious rap, or had you kind of started doing the gangster shit too?
I was kind of in a mixture, but I probably was still more conscious.
Okay.
Ghetto
So
Blues has definitely got conscious vibes,
Yeah.
like right out the
Yeah,
gate.
I thought I was Marv Pac at that point. Yeah.
So what do you think that? So whose decision was it to like walk me through the process of signing with AWOL? Like whose decision was that? Was that T? Was that Bo?
Yeah, it was T.
T. Okay. So
Yep.
did he have in mind for you to be the conscious rapper, or did he want you to did he try to push you to do more gangster shit, or he was just like, you dope, we gonna put it out and see
Yeah.
what happened?
That was pretty much what it was.
Okay. So he
Yeah.
just wanted a female rapper and you were the dope
Yeah,
female rapper.
yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
he never was like, do this or do that. It wasn't that type of thing. Just let
Yeah.
me do my thing.
Yeah. So being that, especially back then, because you for all intents and purposes, you were the female, you were the queen of AWOL. So of course you had Gangsta Boo, rest in peace, 3-6. You had Mia X, No Limit. It was
Yeah,
a
I love me
popular
some Mia
thing
X, yeah.
to have,
Yeah,
the
Sugar
female.
T for
Yeah, Sugar T for Sick With It.
Right.
How was it for you, just navigating all of this, in super alpha male energy, and you got all these hood ass, you got some lions around you, some tigers. How was it being in the studio with them and that?
We had fun. I mean, you got to think, I got a lot of brothers, you know what I'm saying? So, and then I just always I always hung around dudes. Like, I wasn't like, well, yeah, I guess I was a little tomboyish, but it was fun. Like, people would think we would be in there all, stiff and all. We had fun. Like, Bo is one of the funniest people I ever met in my life. Like, it was a lot of fun and it was very organic. So it wasn't like, we was in there thinking all hard. It was
Yeah.
just so organic. And then they treat me, I was the only woman,
So
so
they were
they
probably
treated me like,
protective of you,
yeah,
like
they
little
treat me
sis.
like, even now, they still the same way.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
what is that recording process like being in there with C-Bo?
Oh, it's
C-Bo's a
dope. You
beast.
got to be on your toes, though. You got to be on your toes. But I think for me, it was so organic that I didn't even really think about it. It's like it just fit together perfectly, like pieces of a puzzle. Like, so I wasn't consciously thinking hard, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, oh my God, I gotta. It was just, we get the beat, or you know what I'm saying, and we be like, this is what we gonna do,
Yeah.
and we just do it. It was never too much thinking as far as
Yeah.
like for
So
me.
from that space of you just wanting to get signed and wanting to get on, once you did your first album, Ghetto Blues, and it comes out through AWOL,
Mhm.
did you think that, that did you ever have in mind to be a big star, or you just wanted to I just want to be the hardest rapper, period?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
took the words right. I wanted to be mentioned with the dopest. Yeah, I never
Mm-hmm.
wanted to be a star. I never wanted to be
Mm-hmm.
famous. Like, kind of
Mm-hmm.
doesn't go with my personality,
Yeah.
but here we are, But
Yeah.
yeah, I was like, I'm gonna be one of the dopest. When
Yeah.
especially when they talk about female rappers, my name's gonna be in there.
Yeah. Yeah. Was it everything that you thought it was going to be once got going and you got an album? And at that time, let me see, AWOL who were you guys distributed through by the time you did Ghetto
Was it
Blues? Was it
what's it called?
was it
The old what
Priority?
his mm-mm. No, that we did New Tribe, but
New Tribe.
that was
Okay.
when I did
Wiccked.
Fearless.
Fearless.
Yeah,
Okay.
so that was my fourth and actually the last project I
Hmm.
did with AWOL. But then it was I think it was St.
St.
Charles.
Charles.
I think so.
Solar.
Yeah, if
Okay.
I'm not
Okay.
mistaken.
Okay. So, I mean, after you do this thing with AWOL, did shit go like how you thought it was? Like, was you like, okay, I'm here, the money's here? Did your life change?
No.
It didn't.
It was more so like, I'm rapping kind of because
Mhm.
this is my first time getting in a real studio, and
Mhm.
I'm in a big studio.
Right.
This ain't no little,
Yeah, that's
rinky-dink
right.
studio, so
Yeah.
I'm juiced about that. I'm like, wow,
Yeah.
I'm in here doing this, you know what I'm saying? But money-wise, no.
Okay. Was that because you think, was it a bad deal, or just looking back on it, it was just
It was
what it was?
just, yeah, what it was. It was just grimy.
Okay. Grimy in terms of and of course we're all older and we know the business now.
Mhm.
So you in essence you were still independent. So
Right.
it's not like you were selling like millions of records.
Right.
But even if you're selling probably a Marvelous, their first album, probably you sold 100,000, I would assume.
So
Right?
you multiply that by
Times 7.
but
I
back
know what
then
it
I
was.
didn't know that. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? But
Yeah.
yeah, nah, it wasn't cool.
Oh wow. So were y'all ever able to figure the business part out to where it did get cool and fair for you?
Being on AWOL?
AWOL.
No.
How old were you in that first album?
I was 19, 20.
Oh, so you
when
that's
I
what-
was doing it, because back then we would do the album and then put it out that next year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Wow. So you never feel like you got treated fairly over at AWOL?
Absolutely not.
Wow. So what did you ever try to like sue, or you just kept it moving? Like,
Yeah, I just kept it moving because, but I got family, you know what I'm saying? I got brothers and stuff that's serious about me, you know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? So they like,
yeah.
hey, baby sis, you know what I'm
Right.
saying? And, so I was, hey, we're going to keep it moving.
Right, right.
It is what it is,
Yeah.
Life has a way of formulating its own sense of karma,
This is true.
and so yeah, I'm a real firm believer in that. So I just chose to keep it moving.
And not to perseverate on that situation, but then also as a cautionary tale to people looking and learning and watching. So in that situation, was it necessarily a thing of just you not being so young, and of course probably not having legal counsel, and just wanting to rap? You just wanted to
That's
rap.
exactly what it was.
So is it a
yeah.
thing that
I wasn't even thinking about the
the
business part
business,
of it.
right? So he
I was
gave
just,
you.
oh, he,
So he gave. So you basically is it at least you safe to say you were paid, and he gave you what he was supposed to give you, of what you agreed to at least?
Oh no.
Not even that.
No.
Oh well, that's just greedy. That's just
Yeah,
greedy.
so,
You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? Because I mean, even an artist deal, even if he paid you like an artist, I mean, he still had more than enough money to give it to you.
Way more than enough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh wow, wow. So at what
Which
point?
is a shame because
Yeah.
those first 3 albums can fire. Bless you. I mean,
Exactly.
you hear it in the city, not just because I have family all the way up the Bay. I mean, you hear Marvelous everywhere.
No,
So
real
it's a
talk.
shame. That's a shame because
Yeah.
those first 3 albums are amazing.
And I'm sure if we can you check real quick, can you pull it up? See
What?
what our album sales was on them first 3? Just curious.
Mhm.
All my first 4 hit the Billboard.
Exactly.
I don't know exactly what the
And
sales
collectively,
is on them,
I would guess probably collectively you may have sold, I'm gonna say between those the first 3 or 4, maybe about at least 500,000.
Mm.
Would you guesstimate?
Somewhere around
Yeah.
there, yeah.
So if you do that,
Ghetto Blues peaked at 100 on the Billboard
yeah.
when it came out. I'm trying to look at this.
I think Wiccked was the one that did the highest on the Billboard.
and that had my favorite, "Coming Out of Sacramento."
Mhm.
Shout out to LaVitty.
Yep.
Do you feel like this was because you were young and a woman, you were young, a woman and inexperienced, you
All
didn't
of
have
that.
people around you, all that?
Yeah, I think it was a mixture of all of that, definitely. Yep.
Wow. So what did you do to, pivot? Like once you said, "Okay, you know what? I'm doing what I love, but the business part isn't adding up." So
Mhm.
what did you do to pivot at that point?
Well, basically, when Bo left, I left.